Section 1 of Hidden Treasures. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lynn Thompson. Hidden Treasures by Harry A. Lewis. Daniel Drew. Here is a great financier, a man of unusual ability, but who is no exception to the rule, born poor. His success came by hard work and a thorough mastery of his business. It is surprising how many Wall Street operators began life on the farm. In the case of Daniel Drew, at the age of only 15, matters were made worse by the death of his father. At 18, he concluded to go to New York, but after a discouraging time of it, his money giving out, he was obliged to return to his home. However, his trip did not prove a total failure, as subsequent events show. While in the metropolis, he heard that fat cattle could be sold there at a profit over what he knew they could be bought for at his country home. He therefore resolved to go into the cattle business. True, he had no money. He was a poor country lad, but this made little difference with Drew's determination. As he had no money with which to buy a drove for himself, he did the next best thing. This was to induce the neighboring farmers to allow him to drive their cattle to market on a commission plan. By this one act, the reader can understand the difference between Daniel Drew and the neighboring farm boys, many of whom were better situated, doubtless, than was he. Another characteristic he developed was economy. His money was saved, and with these small savings he added cattle to his drove, which were his own, hence increased his profits. First one at a time, then two, when at last he abandoned the commission business, becoming a drover on his own account. Later he took a partner, and the firm of Drew and Company became the cattle kings of America. This was the first firm that ever drove cattle from the West, and Drew, ever watchful for opportunities to add to his already increasing income, bought a tavern which became